I think this is one of the videos where you will hate me even before knowing me, because I am defecating all over motivation. Why? Everybody loves motivation. I am doing so because motivation can be quite fleeting and unreliable at times. Think about it this way. You need motivation to get up and go to work. You need motivation to go to the gym. You need motivation to approach that sexy girl you have a crush on, which can be quite daunting. You find yourself procrastinating. You find yourself being stressed and overwhelmed because you rely only on motivation. So let us stop procrastinating and let us do what we are supposed to do. Stick around, because in this video I'm going to be sharing gems. Let's jump right into this video. Now, when we are talking of procrastination, we need to understand that the most valuable asset in life is time. So we need not to waste time. So with that being said, we have to understand what causes procrastination. Cause number one is the uncertainty factor. Because think about it this way. If you were 100% certain that when you ask out that girl, she would say yes. If you applied for that job that you always wanted, they would call you to the interview, and not only call you to the interview, you will ace the interview and say, you know what, I am the best when it comes to this professional setting. I am going to be a senior manager. I'm going to be a senior employee, blah, blah, blah. All of that, that's not how life works. You need to use that uncertainty though as superpower, because if you let that cripple you because you are uncertain, you will definitely procrastinate. So what you need to understand is nothing in life is ever certain. Number two, it's the fear of failure or the fear of rejection. We talked extensively in my previous video about the fear of rejection and how to overcome it. And I will share it in the description box below. But let me just give you a highlight. The most successful people in the world have been rejected. Now, what you need to understand is that rejection is part of your growth, and you need not to fear rejection. Instead, you need to just utilize that power and say, you know what, I'm going to be the best no matter how much and how long it takes me to get there. Now, because we set goals, that can sometimes come back to bite us, because we might be so overwhelmed with the value of our goals, which is why it is not very advisable to focus on that huge goal, but instead focus on your systems, the smaller habits that you can do each and every day to reach that destination, because you can manage them. Sometimes we procrastinate because we feel overwhelmed. And one last cause for procrastination is the domino effect of motivation, because it relates to each and every part of our lives. Think about it this way. You are an active member in your society, but now you have been demotivated by this one thing, and you'll be like, I knew Joe didn't like me. So that will go to other areas of your life that have to do with like speaking, and you will see that you are being stressed when they talk about, let's go to the community meeting, let's go to this event, blah, 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 blah. You will feel that it's linking to other areas of your life. That's the domino effect. Now let's talk about motivation versus discipline. Which is which? Where should we go? Now you have to think about it this way. Motivation fades, we know that. So how do you make decisions in your life? You require only 40% of information in order to make a decision. And you need not to exceed the 70%, because if you do that, you are then just stalling. You are procrastinating on making that particular decision. It is high time that we take control of our lives. One of the core topics of this channel is to always make sure that you work on what bothers you, because when you put these things off, they pile up and then they blow up in your face and you will be stressed. So no matter the weather, you have to stick to your habits. You have to stick to your timetable and make sure that you are not making any excuses. Now let's talk about how to really now actually overcome this procrastination. To overcome procrastination, you need a mindset shift. Yes, we have a mindset shift even in this one. Mindset shifts are things that we can use in order to pivot when things are not going our way. Now you need to understand that you are not going to be ever 100% prepared in any area of your life. So that is why you need to make a decision as soon as possible, because you can always pivot if that's a wrong decision. Now, what we need to understand is that we are men and men make mistakes. So mistakes aren't supposed to be crippling you. They are supposed to be learning points where you say, you know what, this didn't work. What can I do to become the best version of myself? 1% better becomes the motto of an effective man that needs not to procrastinate anymore. So you can ask yourself these two questions to make sure that you elevate your life. Number one, what price am I going to be paying in the future for not doing something that was supposed to have been completed within an hour or two? Question number two, you have to ask yourself this question: is it worth it to procrastinate and therefore have stress, sleepless nights? So if not, then you better do what you are supposed to be doing. The things that we usually procrastinate on, they take about an hour or two, and then we forget about them. And after forgetting about them, we feel lighter, we feel guilt-free, and we are able to tackle other tasks, and we carry on that motivation to the next areas of our lives. So it is high time that, as them dudes who are going to be the main characters of their lives, to just take control of what is minute and stick to our atomic habits and make sure that we stick by them, and that is called discipline. Discipline is the parent that tells you what to do, when to do, and how to do it. So you better have that discipline. So thank you very, very much for being in this video, and I hope that you enjoyed it, man. And if you did, tell me in the comment section below, what are some of the things that you are going to be doing right now? Are you going to apply for that job? Are you going to speak up starting from today? Are you going to approach that lady you always had a crush on? Because procrastination is a thief of joy. With that being said, man, I will see you next time. Please do me the solid. Click the like, the subscribe button, and please click this other video of mine. It's about how to overcome the fear of rejection. With that being said, remember to act like the main character of your life, because that you definitely are.